you need to stop taking photos on your camera in automatic mode. Here's a quick crash course on how to do it. 3 settings to worry about are shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. Shutter speed is how fast or slow your shutter moves up and down, which controls how much light gets let in. It also controls how your camera photographs objects in motion, with a high shutter speed doing something like this, and a low shutter speed capturing motion in more of a blur. The second setting is aperture, and has to do with how much light gets let in or out with this little mechanical iris. When you have a really high aperture like say an f32, it looks really small like this, and a really low aperture like f1.4 will let in a lot of light. Not only does it also help with exposure, but it controls how much blurriness, or bokeh as we call it, is in the foreground or background of your image outside of your subject. Finally, ISO has to do with how sensitive the sensor at the back of your camera is to light. A low ISO like 100 or 200 will not be very sensitive, so it won't increase your exposure, but it's also a very clean image, whereas a high ISO like 6400 will be really grainy, but also really sensitive to light, which is good in dark settings. So those are the big 3, and once you learn them, you're gonna be able to shoot manually to achieve the type of image that you want, depending on the effect you want. Follow for more gear and photography tips.